Hi, everybody. It's me, Claudia Gaytan, your 2022 President-elect for the State of Texas Women's Council of Realtors, coming to you in regards to our new member onboarding toolkit. I'm so excited, and I want to say thank you to our 2022 State President, Patty St. Louis, for this opportunity for me to come on here, record this session on showing you how important and the wonderful benefits of our new member orientation toolkit. I also want to thank Peggy Pentecost, our 2021 State President, for this opportunity that she gave me by allowing me and recommending me to come together with some other networks and other network members in Florida and in California to come together as a special task force requested by National to create this special new member onboarding toolkit. A lot of members and board members at our local networks were asking, how do we keep in touch with new members? What do we do after we have recruited a new member? And we put all of this together for you in one file with all the different files so that you can have all this information at your fingertip. No need to invent, create, or do anything. We did it all for you. And it's very consistent, and all Women's Council networks throughout the nation should be using this toolkit to be consistent. Now, you can tweak it and you can put whatever you want in there. Of course, you're going to have to change your logo on some items, but you don't need to create anything. We've done all the work for you. Different networks came together, different board members came together, and we all put in all these ideas, all this information that's important, that we felt that people need to know, and it's just awesome. No need to reinvent the wheel, no need to invent anything. We did the work for you. Now, don't let the name fool you. New Member Onboarding Toolkit. Don't let that name fool you. You could also use this package to help you with member retention for your current member retention. There's some documents in here that you can use, and you can highlight your existing members. You can highlight longtime members that you want to put the spotlight on them. And we're going to show you how you can keep in touch with those members, and it'll also help your retention rate. So new member onboarding toolkit, and also help you with some retention. Here we go. I'm going to start sharing my screen with you so that I can show you where you can find all this awesome information that's going to help your network be very successful. I am going to share the Women's Council website. If you'll give me a minute here, a couple of seconds, not minutes. And here we go. So ladies and gentlemen, here is your National Women's Council website. Please take the time to go through all our website different tabs that we have here. There is so much information that you could copy from for using on a new member flyer that you want to create, your infographics that you're going to see in your new member onboarding toolkit orientation PowerPoint. You're going to find a lot of that information was cut and paste from this information here. But what's super important is your network tools. This is where you're going to find everything on how to and how do I do this and where do I go about that for Women's Council. You have your local information and forms, so you could learn everything about your future leadership with your local network. Forms, check this information out. Be a step ahead and prepare yourself for your future leadership as a local board member. State information and forms. If you want to move on to the state leadership, check out the information, get ready for it, know how it works, know what the qualifications of certain positions are. And then if you want to dream bigger, and there's nothing wrong with that, we also have national information and forms. You want to know how Miss Sylvia Siebel, our national president, got to where she was? Here's some information that'll help you learn her leadership journey. The roadmap for network leaders. Wow, this is so important, ladies and gentlemen. All board members should be opening these roadmaps that are being emailed to us. As part of your certification for the network certification program, National is keeping tabs on who is opening and reading their roadmap. This is so important. So make sure that all board members, especially president, president-elect, and all the other important positions, treasurer, first vice president, new membership director, event director, all of you, please open. You'll be surprised how much information you're going to find in your roadmaps. You will be a step ahead of everybody by reading your roadmaps. These are only sent out to the leadership team. Regular members do not receive this roadmap, okay? So all this information, you can find it here. But let's go back to our new member onboarding toolkit, which you're gonna find under Network Glossary. All those forms that I spoke to you, everything is also here in this Network Glossary. This is so important. This little section right here, you're gonna learn everything. Right here, you have different topics that you're gonna need documents for or read up on for the administration. This is how you're gonna run your board. Here are all your branding informations. Here's a sample budget for you to use. Here's the certification information form. Go in here and start looking at what you're gonna need now. You're needing this now to make sure that your network is a network certified, reaches the network certification program. So please go in here and view the forms that you need to fill out. You could start filling them out now. Don't submit them yet, just start filling them out, and some great, easy to follow videos from our national president, Sylvia Siebel. You could see what the state needs to do to certify, and you could see what the local networks need to do to certify. So you could start checking this out now. What's important about insurance? What's important about your leadership pathways, the legalities, the microsite information, training for the microsite, everything is here. Under governance, this is how your governing board runs. So make sure you check all this information here. You know, here are your different local job descriptions at the local level, state level, national level. Any information that you need is right here at your fingertips. And here is the section for your event director, for your national, for your local governing board information, your state governing board information, event information, how to set up an event, how to do different things for your events, everything, you're gonna find it right here. And then here is your membership and marketing section. This is where you're going to find your new member onboarding toolkit, and you're going to find other important information, member recruiting tools, you know, how to recruit some information, the Network 360 year-round Facebook group. There's more information here regarding membership, but what we're going to concentrate on is your toolkit. Also, you have your state-specific resources, you know, other items that you might just want to check out and see how they work. But your new member onboarding toolkit, this is designed to provide you with templated information developed by other networks to onboard and systemize new members. And we're going to click on here for toolkit, okay? So all these forms are found in the Dropbox template, okay? Dropbox. I know that our Texas networks are using box.com. This is Dropbox. So what you could do is you could download all these files into your computer. Got to decide if the local president's going to do this or your new member your membership director is going to do this. You all need to come together, agree, and make sure that one or the other commits to downloading this file into their computer. It's going to download it as a zip form where you can open it and you have all these files. And then that person needs to create a new Member Onboarding Toolkit file in your box.com. Now, the reason you want to put it in box.com is because this is going to be a shared file, and you want to make sure that your entire board has access to this so that everybody can go in there and see what's going on. You might limit the information, changing information, you know, you assign who can do what, who can move around with what. That is totally up to your local president and your membership director, but you're going to put it in a box.com file where all of you can share this information, okay? And I'm going to show you why it's important that everybody has access to this, especially your membership director, your local president, and of course your local network president-elect, okay? So you're going to download this. Now, if your network has a Dropbox, you can do that as well too, but Texas networks are using box.com because there's files in there that state has access to, where we're going to go in there and check certain network information that needs to be downloaded. So Texas uses box.com, okay? If you need more help, you know, give me a call, give your first vice president a call, give your district vice president a call, and see how it is that you download this into your computer. Then you turn around and you share all those files into box.com. So let's get started. These are not in any particular order. Once you download them, you could, you know, rename these as an A, B, C, D, depending on the order that you want to. You know, just put an A at the beginning, a B at the beginning, you know, to put the files in the order that you think that you feel comfortable that they should be worked on, okay? Because the most important document, which is your tracking sheet, it's down here. So you might want to save this and put an A in front of it so it could be your first file. But for these purposes that I'm showing you, when you open it, it opens up in Dropbox. You're going to download it to your computer, then you're going to save it to box.com, okay? National uses Dropbox. Texas Women's Council uses box.com. Okay, so your very first file here is the Personal Pathway to Leadership brochure. This is also going to be found in your new member orientation PowerPoint, which we'll come to in just a little bit. But feel free to open these up. For the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and skip them. I'll open some of them up that are important. For example, here's a sample of a new member notification flyer that was created on Canva. Some of you networks have already started doing this, and you have been doing a fantastic job at creating some cool animated flyers for your new members. And congratulations for those networks. But, you know, put the picture of your new member, their name, their company name, and if you want to put in a little bit of information of your new member. So that's a sample of a template that was created on Canva. So guess what? There's a welcome to Women's Council Realtor email that we created for local network presidents to send out to that new member that just signed up. So when you get a brand new member, your local network president should be getting an email from National saying, hey, you've got a new member. And your new member will also get an email saying, welcome, please come in here, check out our website and set up your profile. Well, when that local president gets that new member notification, local president, make sure that you forward that notice to your entire board, just so that they all know that a new member has joined. And other than the instructions from your local president, other board members don't do anything, because the new member, the membership director and your local president are going to be handling this. Now, in saying that, I want to make sure that everybody knows that recruiting and helping retain new members, recruiting new members and helping retain members is the responsibility of the entire board. This is not just left on the shoulders of the membership director, and it is not just left on the shoulders of the local president or the president-elect. It is the entire 6 board member positions to recruit and help retain members. But again, when it comes to this email, when it comes to the welcome emails, let the local network president and membership director handle this, okay? So when the local president receives a notification that they have a new member, the local president is going to immediately send an email to that new member. And all you have to do is copy and paste this information on that email that you're going to send out. You already have your signature on there. It already says what it needs to say about you, whether it's your brokerage or your women's council, involvement, your position and all that. All you do is copy and paste this email. As you can see, it's short. It's not very wordy. We don't want to make them long and boring and wordy. They're to the point. They're welcoming them. And in these red areas is where you're going to personalize it and make it yours, okay? If you feel it necessary to tweak it, by all means, please do so. But, we all came up and we tweaked this email and we made it look as professional and sound as professional as possible for your new member to get excited. So we're asking them to watch a video on why Women's Council. You're going to see the video right now, and you're going to put that link on there. We're asking them to join and like all our social media links, and we're going to add all those social media links here. And we're asking them to save the date for an upcoming new member orientation. And right here, hopefully by then, you have gotten together with your new member, with your membership director, and your event director and planned a new member orientation. And also you're going to say, please reply all, because you probably want to include your whole board on the email, but nobody's going to do anything until only the assigned people are. But, just so that everybody knows that there is a new member. And here you're going to embed the link to your local network event calendar. You want to know, you want to let that new member know what's going on, what they have to look forward to. So make sure that your network has that local network events calendar, even if some of the information is still tentative, but make sure that you send that out with your email, okay? So the local network president is going to send out that email to the new member. Here is the video that is the welcome and why Women's Council is important. You can use this video for your website, for your Facebook, for your Instagram. If you guys want to do some type of a little video, just to put a video on there, a testimonial video, this is one of those videos that you can use, okay? And then here's another sample of a new template that you can use. Again, some of you are a step ahead on the templates for Canva, and you're already doing a fantastic job. Okay, ladies, here and gentlemen, here is your new member introduction script. Again, made it easy for you all. The local president at any event that you have, whether it's virtual or live, at any event that you have, if you have obtained new members, you want to spotlight those new members right away. Make them feel like they're the big shebang of the event. Pin them on the spot. Some networks give little welcome gifts, a little bag with candies or, a flower, something along with getting pinned. The thing is that at every upcoming event that you have, if you have a new member or 2 or 3 or 4, please spotlight them at that event. if it's an industry event, if it's an educational event, whatever you have going, make sure that once you have a few new members or one member, you spotlight them at your events. And here is your script for introducing them. The local president is going to introduce your membership director, and here's the word per word script that your new member can use. And while they're calling out the names of the new members, your president will be pinning them. And there's even stuff that you could do if it's not a live event or a Zoom event. So here's the script that you can add into your event podium manual for 5 to 10 minutes to introduce your new members, okay? So make sure that at every event you introduce your new members and make a big stink out of it. Then we even have your new member orientation agenda. You can't say, I don't know what to do at the new membership orientation event. I don't know. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen, we made it easy for you. Here is your new member orientation agenda. We're telling you step by step what you're going to do. You're going to introduce your new members. You're going to introduce strategic partners. You're going to give a history of Women's Council. You're going to give how we fit together with national, state, and local, how all the different levels of Women's Council come together. The very important pillars of membership and how asking them to get involved. You know, you want to ask them, get involved. You know, if they shy away, don't push them, please. We don't want them to feel forced. But here's your agenda. We made this so easy for you. And then we took it a step further and we actually created your new member orientation PowerPoint. This is what you're going to present. All you got to do is come in here and insert your logo. You go to the next one. You read the mission statement. Everything falls step by step according to the new membership orientation agenda. You're going to put here your pictures of your current board and their names. You're going to go to the next slide and you're going to put the picture and the name of those new members that you're going to be pinning at that event, because you're going to have some for your new member orientation. If you want to bring back all the members that you have recruited up until that membership orientation event, you can bring them all up forward again. Just make another big stink out of them. You already did it at one event. You could do it at this event as well. And then you have slide by slide. This is where you're going to introduce your strategic partners at the event. You're going to remove all this information because this is where you're going to put their logos. And then you're going to follow these instructions on what to do with this slide here. And then you're going to tell a little bit about the history of Women's Council. And here's this video that who we are as Women's Council. It's already got the video embedded in there. And then you're just going to go on through every slide. You're going to tell them where we are today, you know, how we've come along all these years. You're going to show them how Women's Council fit at the different levels, local, state, national. You're going to talk about those very important 4 pillars of Women's Council, the education side of it, the networking side of it, the referral side of it, the leadership side of it. And there's so much more to Women's Council that you can add at this point. Then we're going to break it down. For education, here's information that you're going to talk about, and mentioning the Leadership Institute. For networking, this is what you're going to say is great about networking. You're going to add your calendar here again. And here's another video on how to set up your profile for success, how to set up your Women's Council profile when you become a member. There's a video here by our very own Cindy Yoakum, District Vice President, showing you how it is that you can set up your profile under your WCR.org website. And then, you know, referrals, you know, what's great about referrals? How do you go in there and set yourself up? Radius, you know, all this information. Then you're going to talk about leadership. Here's the pathways to leadership. So there's more slides, there's more information. This is the infographics that I tell you we copied and pasted from those tabs on the website. that are branding, that are talking about membership. These are the type of infographics that you are going to get to cut and paste. So here's another one. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your PowerPoint presentation for your new member orientation. Your timeline, here's the video from Cindy Yoakum, WCR instruction member profile, welcome interview templates. These are so important. Here is a welcome interview template. There are 2 forms that you can look and review. And there is a section that I'm going to show you right now on your timeline where you need to call your new member, and these are some of the questions that you're going to ask. One sheet you can ask your local your local network president to use one set of questions, you know, and find out about that new member. You're going to learn so much from this, asking these questions, and you're going to see what their strengths are, and maybe you can invite them to present some knowledge, some technique or some specialty that they're good at. You can use this, or you can find out about what they want out of Women's Council because they feel they're weak in a certain area, and they might give you ideas as to what type of training and education to bring in. So these questions that you're going to be asking the new member is very important. And you might want to have the local network president ask all these questions at once, or you might want to share some of these questions with the membership director and make it a short phone call. Don't take too much of their time, and just have the membership director ask a set of questions and your local ask another set of questions. But you want your local network president, you want to decide if they're going to make the first phone call. Because remember, getting a phone call from your president, it's a big deal for some people. It is a huge deal. So when the local network president calls, whether it's the first time or the second time, you know, it's a big deal for them to get that phone call, and they feel like they're very welcome and that they're cared for. So there's 2 forms here. I think they're similar. Yeah, they're similar. And you just want to glance over them. Maybe one form, the new membership director wants to print it and fill it out themselves, and then the same form, but the local network president wants to print it out and complete it themselves, and combine notes, talk to each other, see what you guys got from the member, and what you guys can come up to use them for. So I'm going to come back now to this tracking sheet that is so important. This is your bread and butter of Women's Council New Member Onboarding Toolkit. This right here is why it is so important that you share all these files under one file on your box.com, because whoever goes into this file, into this Excel spreadsheet, needs to see what's happening. Your membership director can come in here and see what the local president is doing or has not done. And that membership director can say, hey, Madam President, Mr. President, you sent me an email 2 days ago letting me know that we got a new member, but I don't see where you have sent out that email. I don't see where you sent it out. Has it been done? Okay, respect, communication. You're not gonna say, hey, where is that email? I didn't get copied on it. What happened? No, just say, Madam President, have you sent out that email? I didn't get copied on it. And guess what? I think you forgot to log down when you sent it out. I'm just checking, Madam President, because I'm wondering if it's time for me to start doing my job. Everything in blue is your local network president job. Everything in yellow is your membership director's job. And in orange here, this is your social media people. I don't know if you have that assigned, maybe just for membership. Maybe the membership director says, hey, let me do the social media side of it. Or maybe the membership director decides, go ahead and send all this on to marketing, let marketing handle it. You work it the way you want to work it at your network with the team's consent, and you just need to make sure, and that's where your president comes in, you need to make sure that things get done, okay? Also, you might bring in your local network president and share some of these responsibilities. Or you may tell your local network president-elect, hey, you know, hold us accountable. Come in here and check for us. Remind us what we need to do. Come in here once a week and say, hey, I went in there and things aren't getting done. Is there something going on? Can I help somebody? What's going on? You know, help each other out very respectfully. Okay, and following protocol and your chain of command. So when your president gets that email that they got a new member, they're going to come in here and they're going to add that new member. Julia Starr just became a member. Yay! Here is her phone number. Here is her email address. And this is the date that we got the email that she joined. Then the local network president can call the next day. We hope the network president calls the next day and says, welcome, we're excited to have you. I know you're busy. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I want to let you know that I'm so excited you joined us. And guess what? You are going to receive an email from me that's going to have a lot of information so that you can get going with us and you can start bragging about your membership with us, and you can join all our social media websites, and you need to send me your headshot. Please send me your headshot. We want to brag about you, okay? We'll call you later to set up an appointment. I will have some questions for you, and I would love to learn more about you. I just wanted to call and welcome you right now. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Thank you, that's great. See you later, bye-bye. Short call, sound excited that you got a new member. And then you're gonna log on here when you sent out that email. And remember, copy your board just so that they know you all got a new member, and that you know, keep you accountable for what you need to do. Then you're going to put here the date. It says, yes, you received their headshot. If you want to add the date that you received it, go for it. But once you receive that headshot, local president, write it on here. And then you're going to save that headshot to the drive. So you might have to create a little file in that same box.com file for your new member onboarding toolkit. And you're going to create a file that says new member headshots, and you're going to save their headshots there. Okay. So then during this time, the membership director is going to be coming here, and they're going to be checking if these things are happening. And once we get that headshot, then we're going to do that welcome interview call. So when your local network president calls to welcome them, you might want to agree there. Hey, can I call you? I have some questions. I need some help from you. I need to learn a little bit from you. Excuse me. Or you might want to say, hey, our membership director is going to be contacting you so she can get to know you as well. She's an awesome girl. She's all excited about you. You know, work it out with your membership director. Maybe both of you, like I said earlier, want to do some interviewing. Both of you, so you can each get a feel for this new member and see if you can use them somewhere, and see if they have, you know, something. Just talk about them and where you can use them, or how you can use their talents, or where you can help them because of what they shared with you that they would like to get out of Women's Council. So you're going to complete that interview sheet, okay? Either local president or membership director, or both of you. Remember, the more phone calls that member is going to get, the more excited and important they're going to feel, and not regret joining Women's Council. And they never have a chance to say, I didn't get anything out of Women's Council. Why should I join? Why should I, you know, renew my membership? I didn't get anything out of it. Well, guess what? If we follow all these steps, we don't give an opportunity for them to say that. Okay. So then you're gonna put the date that you completed the interview, send completed template to officers and save it on the share. So on the share drive. So all this information needs to be shared with all your officers. Again, you're gonna discuss who wants to do what, who is gonna be assigned to do what, and maybe someone else on your team, maybe your event director says, hey, my co-chair can do the welcome because they're really good at creating these Canva flyers. Everybody can help. Take advantage of everybody's help. Don't take this all on yourselves. Sharing is caring. Delegating is sharing and caring. So then you're going to schedule your new member orientation. This is where you need to bring in your event director. And then should there be some expenses, you need to create a budget for this event. And don't forget, which is another topic that we'll get on later, you might get event partners for your new member orientation. And it could be something very small, just hors d'oeuvres, nothing big, just something small, but it's important to schedule these new member orientation events, okay? And you might want to do them quarterly. You might want to do them every 6 months. The thing is that you need to have new member orientations because you want to explain to these new members the benefits of Women's Council. You may not get a chance to do that during these phone calls because you want to get to know them, but you want to let them know, hey, we're going to be reaching out to you for a new membership orientation. We want to teach you how to set up your profile. We want to teach you about all the referral benefits. I mean, there's just so much that we want to tell you. We don't want to take too much of your time on a phone call, but we are going to set up a new member orientation. And this is where you need to schedule a date, and then you're going to put on here the date that particular new member attended that particular orientation. Okay, again, these new member orientations, you can open them up to the public, because if we want other people to hear about how wonderful Women's Council is and all the benefits, you might want to open it up to the public for our future members as well too, and our current members, because some of our current members may have not been able to attend the new membership orientation and they don't know how wonderful Women's Council is. They're missing out on a lot. So new member orientations are super important to everybody. And then picture and information on social media. Picture and information to social media. When did you send off the picture and the new members or information to the person in charge of the social media that's going to do the welcome post all over social media? And then what day did that happen? What day did they get posted on social media? There is no room for errors here. There is no room for forgetting to do something here. There is no room for knowing what to do next or not knowing what to do. We have it all for you, ladies and gentlemen. It is such an easy thing to do. It sounds complicated, or maybe I just talk too much, I explain too much, but it's easy peasy weezy. And it was created to make your life easier. You don't need to invent anything. You don't need to recreate something. Everything is here for you. So please take advantage of this new member onboarding toolkit that is so valuable for your membership director and for your president-elect to learn from as they're coming on board, and of course for your local president, because everybody wants to feel the love and hear from the president. It just makes them feel so special. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got a lot of information off of this. If you have any questions, please chain of command. Follow up with your district vice president, who will also follow up with your state liaison, which is our wonderful Sharon Eddings. But You can also feel free to reach out to anybody that you feel comfortable speaking with about this. Every officer is available to you. Our president, Patty St. Louis, our first vice president, Jen Huereca, our treasurer, Kathy Hashmat, and our state liaison, Sharon Eddings. We and yours truly, your president-elect, me, Claudia Gaytan, we are all available to help you as well. But we very much encourage you that you go through the chain of command and that you follow protocol. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time and I hope this helped you. Talk to you later. See you in the future. Bye-bye. Love you guys.